Sorry I'm late, but sorry if I made you wait. Dear coach, I was getting ready and then I stepped on my glasses. Talk about freaking bad juju. It's like you will not read today at all. So, I'm gonna need readers or something. Hope you guys are well. Hi guys. Yeah, so my mom's in the shower, so I thought I'd go live. It means I can be down here and I won't be like accused of having friends over and parties and stuff that I don't ever do. But in my mom's mind, I just think it's fanciful. And I think sometimes her exuberance and imagination, because she reads constantly, so she has this fantastic imagination. Of course, her senses and stuff are, pretty on point. Um so when she imagines things, I just imagine it in her head like very fanciful because normally like she can't see or hear, so those things are intensified. And another thing with my mom is that her favorite parts of the day are dinner or lunch or snacks because the food is so intoxicating to her. And so just to watch her face, she's like just like oh yeah, like oh yeah. Anyway, I thought I just want to come out and talk about this meanderings because there's like it's nonsensical kind of stuff that could be questionable, right? I guess like even for me, I've been thinking a lot about safety and just weird people on the internet and out my door. No, they're not weird. They're working. I'm sorry. I'm not paranoid, but you do have to consider that people aren't always having your best interest in heart ever. I'm sorry, I can't see. Waiting for you. Oh, thank you, Spike Rocks. Hello, the Bud Files. 1111. Woo! Hey, our ships are coming in, baby. They just are, and we're just like gonna be like sitting here, and be like, girl, I know you've been. I know, right? So let me just say, the devil will obviously try to get in those things, and sometimes when something's really wonderful and meant for you. I guess I never thought of this, but like sometimes people, the enemy can know stuff in the future, obviously. And sometimes I literally think like he's like gonna do his best to distract you. Well, I'm just like declaring that all the distractions are over, and the tests, whatever. Anyway, people can be dangerous out there. You never know what they're capable of. And with this community that I somehow ended up in, which I'm not ungrateful for, I appreciate the experience and the people, and uh, still want to kind of evolve into something else, which that could be a possibility for the most part, but in a different transition. So things don't always have to necessarily be in the framework of where we've come from. And something I just learned from Andrew Bustamante, who's a ex-CIA, and he's all over the YouTubes, but he was talking about how the CIA kind of trains people and the mindsets and how to get inside people's heads and things. And I'm all into that because mostly, okay, because I want the best for everyone. And like, I want them to be saved and know Jesus and come to the, eternal life and have blessings here on earth and freedom and abundance and to be set free, but sometimes the enemy will thwart things your way or whatever. And I don't blame him for everything because it's just good to know them enough. And then be like, oh, I see you. Okay, I'm like, really? Try again next time, dude. Okay, but try better. Maybe just give up. How about that? Because that would be wise. That would be really wise if you gave up. But anyway, some people don't give up. And the Andrew Bustamante was talking about certain people come into your life and they just kind of can say something. And they kind of redirect the framework of your thinking or your mindset that will incredibly change everything else. And I thought that is so wonderful that there's, people in your life that can do that. So like say, like you're always in the mindset of lack or defeatedness or constantly whatever situation you guys like put it there. And then you come to someone with the issue and be like, I'm always doing this, running into the same problem. And then they help with that framework by just saying something from their wisdom or from their understanding or from a different perspective. Because a lot of times illusions can take place and we wouldn't know that. Right. So it's always great to hear from people that catapult your mindset from whatever it was from like lack to something that's different, and then you're like, wow, I never thought of that. And that's called framework. So helping to, not even intentionally helping, sometimes it just happens, but people can just add something into your life that adds a different framework. So now when you have the framework, you kind of have a kind of a boundary of what something could be, has, possibilities. And I dig that. So the CIA literally teaches people how to do that. So this guy, Andrew Bustamante, he actually goes out and I think he does good with his wisdom, what he learned from the CIA and stuff. And that's just interesting, the human concept of mind. And me being like a kind of like just wanting the best intentions for people, you can often, I don't know, attract people or things or that kind of just hate you for no reason. And usually it's spiritual. I mean, just usually it is. Hi, Sammy G girl. What's up? Thank you, darling. How are you? Beautiful. So with that being said, in this fabric of community, there are people that concern me. And one of them is you, Tupac. So I'm gonna address her because like I went on Whiskey's panel. I don't know if you guys know. Thank God it's like not completely out there, but I just was like doing my own thing 4th of July. and so I went over to Whiskey's and he let me up on panel because I think I'm just not even gonna talk to people privately anymore. Like so panel ups are better because they're public and no one can really say this or that or the other. And then the private background conversations, whatever other people are doing, can it just be like, well, she don't talk to anyone, so you can't say shit about that. But Tupac, I don't appreciate how you are as a supporter of creators out here. So that you should start a channel and then you should expose me for like your big upcoming whatever you call it, not deja vu. What is that word? Premiere. Because you're going to have like this epic channel. And you know what? You're going to have friends in the background controlling your every move. Oh, go after her. You should go after her. And that's why I said you can't think for yourself because obviously you not being quite aware or well-rounded of a situation which you involved yourself in. And I'm sure other people have had their reasons for that because sometimes people don't do anything unless they see a reason, a value in which they can, merchandise your ass. Okay. And when you don't think, honey, and you don't play all the, you don't consider this person and that person, you're only like, she's like this gung-ho, ride or die, fucking, I think she's white, no big deal, but she's like this gangster attitude, like even in Whiskey's chat, like, oh, that bitch, she's trying to get whiskey. Oh my God. And I'm just like, God, I just came over here to frickin' say hi, hang out, and do something fun on a live with my friend. And that's loosely anymore. Because I'm sorry. All right. So anyway, I left after it was all over. I said, peace out. Like I'm leaving. But I did, like go back and screen record shit because I knew Whiskey would regret that and then like delete it. And I just wanted to have what she had to say. Thankfully, someone did clip that shit. So thank you. And maybe I should just play it. Okay, let's go play it. Okay. Let's see. I feel like what am I doing? Because I haven't done this in a while. So Tupac, like, let me just say this while I'm looking for this. Like I don't want to ruin your game out here and your future on YouTube and your nation, your army that you have to come after me with because I offended you. What did I do? Like, what did I do? What did I ever do to you? Ever? Right? And then you're gonna run with this, or you're gonna run with that. But what you're doing is you're taking up a flag of a victim mentality that have put themselves in that situation and cry victim for sympathy, so that therefore you can get all riled up and be their best friend and go after them and support them and show rah 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 like I'm your best girl, right? Kind of stuff. It's kind of like that. But you never took the time to get to know me. You never got the time to understand me because you weren't meant to. You were meant to be in the perspective of what two people wanted you to think. And that was probably that I'm in Whiskey's life and I'm getting in between him and Mr. Jenny. And it's all my fault. And it's my fault that he drinks. And it's all my fault. Whiskey's a grown fucking man, people. You really are grown. You're a grown man, right? Last I checked. Okay. So, and you're a grown woman, Tupac, right? Right. So I think people make their own choices that get them in their own situations for their own reasons. All right. And then they want to blame everyone else. I'm sure you probably do that shit too, right? Because I don't know, like most people out here do. And that's just content. Victimhood is content. Okay. But for you, like you literally threatened to come to my fucking house. All right. And you literally threatened to go there. So I'm going to call your ass out and tell you better watch out, girl. Okay. Because you did that publicly. All right. And that shows your ass. You're really dumb. You're really fucking dumb. Not because I got to come after you and then I'm going to be scared or over here. I'm not going to even fucking bat an eyelash, bitch. All right. But it's out there in the ether because that's how I guess that's how you roll and you're proud of it, but go do what you need to do and just see what the return is in that investment later on down the road. And I'll tell you right now, I've never done shit to Miss Jenny either. All that shit was bullshit, okay? That was because somebody wanted to control a narrative and show that they had power in this relationship and we're going to be able to sway it either way, right? So it could go negative if you don't get in line kind of thing. And with that whole Miss Jenny bullshit where I fucking apologize for shit I didn't even do and intentions I never had. Like, what is that intention you think that I have? Tupac, you think I want to, I'm after his penis, okay? Did he tell you that? Because trust me, if I wanted that penis, honey, I would have already had it. And I would have had it on lockdown too. But that's not the case. See, I don't need that. I don't think like that and I don't care about that shit. But you obviously need a reason to be upset and be offended and have a reason to hate me when I've done nothing to you. To the point that you will come to my house. All right. So let's just put that on record right about now. Because I really want this to be documented for that fact. Not that I'm scared of you, but just to show that there's some crazy ass bitches out here that kind of trying to do that. Hey, nothing's here. Nothing. What did you say? Thank you, darling. Everybody's time is. Hey, nothing. I missed you. Anyway, I gotta play this. It took me forever to find that shot. But yeah, so that's just for you, Tupac. Like you really should watch what you say online. Because you could take this persona two different ways. Like people could use this against you, right? Like they do. People could say, what else could they say? They could say that I don't know, that your record supersedes your personality trait, which you're proud of. And let me tell you, I might have a stalking charge on an officer because an officer cornered me in an office and I got his ass fired. Because what he was doing was unjust all the way around. And it wasn't his first time. So it was a pattern of behavior. He would use his authority, exercise his authority in order to destroy one's character or standing in the community because they didn't get what they wanted. They couldn't control the narrative. One of those kind of things. Got to control the narrative. Well, hold on. I just want to highlight what you had to say. Come on now, dude. And like this whole friend thing game, like, give me a break. If you're gonna be a friend, and don't fucking fuck around with people and try to play games with them all the time, thinking that they're gonna benefit you somehow. Because that's only like selfish, okay? And then in the wake, you leave a bunch of injured people. That's that loyalty shit. When you're all gung ho because you're loyal and shit. But meanwhile, you've been fed a bunch of lies, whether it's from Misfit Jenny, Tupac, or Whiskey. Because I'm sure he tells you what he wants you to know, and she tells you what she wants to know. When in reality, you never did shit to either one of them. I mean, maybe Whiskey got upset because I had people on my panel, but did that really fucking hurt you in your real life? And but now you got some crazy fucking Los Angeles wanna be a gangster Tupac white bitch trying to start a channel who has nations and legions behind her ass, thinking she's gonna come after me, a whole nobody that's out here. And what are you gonna do? You gonna go get Whiskey's text that prove that I wanted his dick so bad that I was a thirsty whore all this time? And what else do you want? You know what I mean? Go ask him if there's any text like that. Is there anything, Whiskey, that you want to expose on me that proves that I wanted your dick so bad that you gotta go talk to Tupac? No, it's just a fucking obfuscation. You get it? It's the point that's the narrative. The narrative is that she has to look thirsty or wantful for me because I'm a man and I have a dick. And look at her, she's celibate and she but she's not perfect. Like and I don't want to be perfect. I'm trying to be perfect, but you are trying to stain my reputation with your bullshit, and it's a lie. And you do too, Jenny, because I never did shit to you, even though I apologize, but I was in a relationship with Whiskey before her. Okay. And so our friendship started on that. And then he decided to bring all these women in. I guess that's his thing. So go ahead, go do your thing. But and then when I went down this road thinking, I'm the friend position, which is safe. It's always the safest position. It's the safest. Okay. But like a true friend, not like a friend that you just fucking have on the internet kind of shit, right? Anyway, the point being here in this scenario is that even though it became a situation that enveloped from someone else's desire to spin a fucking narrative that isn't true, like I'm trying to destroy their relationship and come between them and yada yada, I just rolled with that and I was like, okay, I'll take the fucking L for you, dumbass. And I did, okay? And things were cool after that. All right. And that's how we roll around with our relationship. I don't involve the Jenny in my life or you or anyone else in that factor because you're internet friends and you're people that support him. And that's cool. And I support that. Okay. And I support my friends growing, thriving, being free, happy, and blessed, abundant with their needs met. You know what? That's my intention for you, Whiskey, because I know you're listening. And it always has been. And I don't think that you can ever deny that. And you can try if you want, and that's cool. But okay. What's been going down ain't fucking cool sometimes. And even though I know you want to control all that and stuff, now I got some bitch coming up from my fucking, this is what I'm saying, dude. This is what this leads to. So please stop involving your girlfriends in my life and our relationship. That's why I'm like, so I have to cut off the source of whatever is going on because now it's turning into a bunch of problems that nobody freaking, I don't need for me. So I'm out. I'm just like, dude, whatever, do what you want. But now you're coming after me, Tupac, for no reason. So I'm gonna set the record straight. I never did anything to misfit Jenny. Show me something to prove that I did. Show me something that says that I'm this kind of person that you want to delegate and then slander my name and destroy my reputation over some guy who probably don't really give a fuck about you. Because trust me, you really don't. You can be down for people all day long, but at the end of the day, you're really gonna you're eventually just gonna have your own self to sit with. And I look at my life like that too. Like there's gonna be a day when I just have to face the man himself and be like, like I will face it, hopefully with mercy and grace and forgiveness. Because anyway, so Tupac, it's just dumb. It's just so dumb. I'm sorry. Who's that? You're a loser. Hi, loser. I'm a loser too. God, I can't fucking read. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, and I didn't even mean to cuss. Oh, we have our first child. Great. Hi, Vivian. Oh, this was like, when was this? Oh, 4th of July night, but it was like 3 a.m. Yeah. I'll miss you too. I don't even know who you are. We're still friends. Like, I think we'll always be friends. It's just a transitionary moment where, like, he's more like my little brother that's super fucking annoying sometimes, and you just have to fucking smack him upside the head and be like that. That's our relationship. And I'm a slightly older sister, but we're really just like, going through the motions of this journey. And I had no clue a lot of what this would entail when it comes to YouTube. I'm not trying to say that I'm innocent. I'm not. But I don't say the experience was bad, and I would never ever hurt him. So, so all I'm saying is like, reel your fucking bitches in and get some truth out there and set the fucking record straight because I'm sick of this and I actually don't deserve it. I don't. So deal with that. Okay. Deal with your bitches. Hey, Dave. She doesn't even know you and she's coming for you and Whiskey. No, it's Tupac actually loves and adores Whiskey. She's his new rah friend. And the girl that will start a channel and go live about a bitch just because he didn't look good or something didn't go right or I hurt him. Kind of like that. And that's a competition shit. Like that's stupid. And I've learned really, like, if something is truly yours, like, you don't have to fight for it. You don't have to question it. You don't have to consider what the fuck they're doing. Like, I didn't do all that because I don't fucking care. Like, I knew this was a friendship where you're just like, dude, be you. I support you. But and then they do stupid shit, and then you're just like, man, that was fucking stupid. So it's not like I don't expect anything. That's, to be honest, I go into friendships and relations without an expectation. That way I know that I'm not going to be manipulating them for something because I can have a tendency to do that. And I know that about myself. And I know that it's not fair to the other person to expect them to fulfill you or to complete you or to give you what you need. That's something that I think on their soul's journey that we need to find. And sometimes we look for that in people and, and then we get upset or hurt and we go through the process continually, hurt, pain, whatever. And people learn, and I know Whiskey learns. Okay. And I think a lot of people have just been dealt a life in which it's always a process of learning. And if you can get the lesson, then do that and may wisdom grow you so that you can learn from that and then move forward for what Yah has for your life, because trust me, it's all good. And Yah's blessings are always good. They're not going to have things that trip you up, that cage you, that tie you down, or make you feel unworthy of love. So I hope that for everyone, because that's that stasis of freedom, You'd be like, I don't need you to satisfy me. I don't need you to fulfill me. I don't need all that. And that took a long time. I'm sort of proud of the progress. I'm not going to just throw it away for a roll in the hay. Okay. Because I do take and I don't mean to talk about myself and all that, but I do take faithfulness really serious because it's not like, it's kind of like, this is for me, like Jesus being my life is my lifeline. I'm connected to that eternally, like forever. And it's hard. So it's on my conscience if I go to do something that goes against him and I'm honest. So is it going to be worth it? Well, in the past, I've done that. Just gone against him without even thinking, just like done something totally without any kind of thought, and whether it's lie, cheat, steal, or whatever like that, and you don't even have a conscience about it. But eventually, like, you can have a conscience, and then you're gonna think twice and be like, I shouldn't probably fucking do that. Remember what happened last time? Like, I think I went to prison. The last time I stalked a bitch and beat her ass, I went to prison, Tupac. Remember you said that? You said that. She's like proud about it. Did you go to prison? I don't know if she said she went to prison, but she's proud of her record and shit. And I guess I should be scared of that. And who's on my side? Because she said she had a nation and army. I'll let you guys fucking listen because I'm talking too much. I'm gonna shut up. Who's that? I said Whiskey is okay with this because this looks bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And then there was Sammy G too. And that was a really fun time. I mean, we just like, because, that was just a great spirit then. It was just fun. It was before a lot of bullshit started happening. Anyway, shit happens, right? Thank you. I'm sorry I got it wrong. You're a loser. But, I don't know what I was saying before. Okay. And this doesn't really bother me, but since you wanted to show about that mentality, I'm going to fucking talk about it. All right, let's just go where Tupac came up here. And we're gonna look at this could be codependency as well, but definitely I get the instinct that she likes to control dudes too. Like, you know, she's like, you're not having another pair, but then it's also this person's fault. If you're gonna have bitches like that in your life and you're gonna need them to baby you and whatever, that's cool. All right. But it's also weird. I don't know. I guess it's a mother. Should I even say that? That's not nice. And I don't want to be mean. Okay, so here comes Tupac up. She's gonna be like, she's the best bitch round. She's like the fucking bombshell. Like, I'm up here at Whiskey. You didn't give me a link. You know I want to go after that bitch. Bitch, you want a link? Bitch, you better give me a link. You better give me a link. I'm gonna come after you. I'm gonna come to your front door, girl. You got offended my boy. You called him a bitch. Yeah, bitch. That's how we roll. You don't like it? I don't give a fuck. Hey, how about that? Get over yourself.
I'm gonna bring Tupac up. You got something to fucking say?
Hey, bitch.
And say it to her face.
I'll say it right now. I'll say it on my board.
Say it to her fucking face. Jesus Christ. If there's one motherfucker that I could be, as a guy, like if you're a dude.
Yeah, you are. Can you hear me? Can't hear.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, you are. Can you hear me?
Hi, baby. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
What the fuck was going on?
Oh, no, what's up, babe? Get up here, bitch. Let's go.
I know.
Bring
Vivian.
on. Get up here, baby.
Vivian. I thought I put the fucking link in the side chat, bitch. Fucking jump.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Why do you have a fucking problem with my fucking girl, man? Tupac. Viv, I'm fucking watching right now, Viv. Take the fucking link and come up here.
I know you're record, Viv, and I'm going to expose you. I'm going to start a channel, and I'm going to expose your ass for all the nasty, messy shit you've been doing this whole time, ho. And you're gonna fucking cry, bitch. You're gonna get me fucking done for. I roll deep in this bitch. You know these people I got behind me? I got an army behind me, bitch. Who you got behind you? You just fucked up in this game. You don't even know what you just did. It's gonna be awesome.
Viv,
Come on up.
you fucked with the wrong girl. So one
Come
time,
on.
Come out to me,
link in the side chat. Let me put another one here.
Hold on.
You know how deep I roll? You're just fucking with me. You're fucking with a bunch of people right now.
No. Like, why is it doing that? Whiskey's like, what the fuck have I done?
Come on, girl, get that coach now.
I asked myself the same thing.
I don't know why she was fucking with me, girl.
I wonder
Well,
why.
I'm starting a channel now. Whoa. Stop up.
Yeah, it's like,
Did you hear him? He's like, I wonder why. And I was like, thinking about this too. I'm like, you don't have to wonder because, dude, we talked about this shit. Like, and we don't talk about your people, your girlfriends and shit. Only because, like, I don't want to. Like, that's not the basis of the foundation of this friendship. But, you know, it is an asset situation when people come in your life and they know stuff about you and you'll become vulnerable with them. And that's kind of like a treasured thing, right? And so you trust them that you're not going to go and expose. And I'm not. Like, you will never catch me exposing whiskey. And I know this is all fun and games out here, so I don't take it very serious. And I know he doesn't either. And a lot of people really shouldn't. You really shouldn't take the YouTube experience here in communities too serious because it is not. It's just a temporary thing. It's not something that, you know, but it can affect your life and it can bring to wonderful relationships or dangerous relationships, you know? So, but Whiskey knows why this is happening. Again, he brought Tupac into the mix, found a reason for her in his friend zone. Now she's his girl and good luck with all that. You know what I'm saying? I really, you know, wish you all the best, bro. I do. But when your bitches be playing this game a little bit too, please get a hold of that shit. You know you run them. Okay, so just deal with that. All right, because I gotta run my show over here, boy. And your bitches better leave me alone. Because if you want, no. I shouldn't be so mean. I'm trying not to be because I'm really not a mean person. I can be. I'm an Aries. I like war. My visions of consummation towards my enemies and goals that God are at the forefront of my mind. Sometimes a little bit too much, where I become a zealot. You know, when it comes to like, oh yeah, and I don't mean that in the human sense. I'm always trying to look at people as redeemable, worthy, purposeful. Yes, you have meaning. You have purpose. You have. It's all the same because we are all paid for by grace, and there's none of us that are above that or below that. It's just kind of an even keel. Like we are human with an experience and an opportunity at victory or defeat. And I just want to stay in the victory so that I don't get defeated, whether it's by my own mind, my heart, my soul, or my desires within me that can take me on another track or delude me or delusions, right? Because delusions can take a lot. I mean, I just don't want to waste time anymore. Okay, but back to Tupac.
It's on 100. A 1-800 fraudbusters person is not in any way unbiased. They release videos going at me in particular for some reason because they're some kind of triggered Karen who has some kind of something against me. I don't know, some kind of chip on their shoulder.
She's pro Granny.
Yeah, well, they've like found clips that were like years in the past and putting them up on their channel about me.
Right.
To try to like paint me in some kind of bad light when it's like I was dealing with some.
This is the same thing. This video is by 1-800 fraudbusters, and this is at the end of it. I don't know.